actually thought these were just decoration on the set, but these actually work.
They actually work.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so they actually work. So we're going to review one of the, like I said, the greatest. If you guys love movies, like I love movies,
I love
great actors, Marlon Brando, Laurence Olivier, Anthony Hopkins. These guys are the greatest. In that, almost in the same breath, Ben Affleck. Can anyone, the portrayal, Ben Affleck's portrayal.
Affleck, I believe is what they call him.
The portrayal of Ben Affleck,
As Ben Affleck in Ben Affleck.
No one could do it. No one could do it. The movie's Daredevil. It's... She got it. She's the only person that got the joke.
She's on the phone. No,
But
she's on the
thank
phone right now.
you.
She's talking to
But
someone
thanks
else.
a lot.
Something completely different now.
So Daredevil released in the, I believe it was like the late 90s.
No,
early
2005.
Was it? Late,
2005.
early.
I don't know. I had a kid. I forgot.
But hey,
It was
87.
It was released
sorry.
the day your child was born.
We're in,
Okay, was it
we're
really?
in between
Wow, great.
comic
Could've
book
been.
movies. We didn't have anything to review, so we decided to review Daredevil because we've
But
never
no,
reviewed it
not
before.
just Daredevil.
The
The
director's
director's cut
cut.
of Daredevil, which is far superior.
It is.
Yes.
So it's sort of like if you're going to, you have a bowel movement and you're worried because there was something in you that you wanted out and it's not in there. You're like, oh my God, why is it in there? I ate 2 razor blades and some corn. But when it is in there, you're like, oh, there's the razor blade.
Thank
That's why.
God. Thank God.
And that's what it was. What he just described. Looking back on it, getting up and looking down at your proud little...
We all do it.
Talk to us, Robert. What'd you think?
Awesome.
Yeah?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, it was awful. I knew it was going to be awful because I've seen it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the director's cut.
But this is a little bit different version.
Well, no, but
No, it's still awful.
You had the
No,
one good
I
thing
d-
to say about it, though. There was
I did-
what's his name? The Iron Man guy. The guy who made the Iron Man movie. What's his
John
name?
Favreau. He played Foggy Nelson.
Oh, John Favreau was awesome.
He was
Director of
great
Iron
in
Man.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, like he was
It
awesome.
wasn't enough for me.
Yeah.
But it did. The one part I did like was Elektra,
All right.
which spawned one of the best comic book movies of all time.
Which one was that?
I didn't even see that.
Catwoman.
Yeah.
Catwoman. No, it was awful. But I thought that part of the reason why we were going to review it was because there are so many bad ones that come out that we sometimes need to look back at what the bad ones are to appreciate the good ones.
What's the Irishman's name in this movie? I believe it was something similar to this. His name was
Bull.
No. Okay, yeah, look. No.
That's all.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, he was.
That is the best Colin Farrell impression I've ever seen.
Seriously.
Ever.
Wait, let me drink something too.
I was.
This movie is the theatrical cut is that's an example of a horrible comic book movie, a horrible comic book adaptation. Director's cut, far better. Still has a ridiculous alt rock soundtrack that wrecks the movie.
Featuring the band The Party.
Wait, still has Colin Farrell, worst actor in the Western Hemisphere. He can't act to save his God.
Colin Farrell's okay.
Colin Farrell has done a couple good
He's
movies.
horrible.
Except for Telephone
In
Booth.
this movie,
There was
he's horrible.
there
He's
was
horrible.
there was that
Wait.
really good scene where Colin Farrell grabbed his paycheck. That was
Okay,
pretty
wait,
cool.
no. And then
And all the zeros
look,
on it.
This movie, okay,
His first movie.
I gotta say quick. The director's cut restored a lot of scenes. There were a lot of scenes between Ben Affleck and
I mean,
John
where he was a lawyer?
No, with John Favreau, they were actually funny. There's a bunch of scenes with that hip hop guy. What's his name?
Tupac.
No.
The Party.
No. There's a guy.
He's in here somewhere. There is.
No. I don't remember who it is.
The digital
No, I don't remember
underground?
There's a whole subplot that they cut out
and
of the theatrical cut. They restored it to the director's cut, and it's actually pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Okay,
Which
but-
leads to Matt Murdock doing that car
Yeah.
scene where he's like, I'm a blind guy. I'm gonna
Yeah,
drive
it's a
your
great
car.
scene. That's what I mean.
We all know I can see everything.
And you know what's funny, Danny? Mark Stevenson Johnson, or whatever his name is, he actually did Ghost Rider. And Ghost Rider, I maintain to this day,
makes
is a
sense.
pretty good movie.
Wow.
I still think it's a good movie. And Daredevil has a horrible actors and a horrible soundtrack. but it has some really good scenes in it. And
I wish I had some smelling salts to wake you up right now.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
You know what? I hate when they take a character, and this isn't. I know it's gonna sound bad, but like Kingpin is white.
No,
In the
even
comic
making,
book,
no, regardless.
and that's
terrible.
fine. No,
It's
and
not
that's fine,
important to
and it's
me.
not important, and that's fine that they make the change.
But at least get a good actor.
That's not my point. They make the change. I can live with that. He's a great actor. It worked, but making Daredevil, like giving him the ability to see. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a
Oh, you mean,
blind
like, how he can
character.
see-
He's blind, but like
They didn't even dye his hair red.
And
They didn't even dye his hair red. It would have been a matter
I
of
don't-
him
no,
sitting
I
in a
understand.
chair with the
And-
little plastic
like
thing
you can
and
change
the two
certain
girls
things,
going, "Oh, you're so
like
good
Nick
in
Fury.
that."
The new Nick Fury, I think, is a lot cooler than, but like he's blind.
Do you know Matt Damon?
Like his character's blind.
It's clearly blind.
Well, I know what you're saying. And well, also this ridiculous sensory deprivation chamber he gets into every night. That's so ridiculous. You know what I mean? Matt Murdock lives in a one-bedroom apartment. He can barely afford to pay the rent. And in this movie, he's got a secret room with this thing and all these extra Daredevil costumes.
But
and
he's
it's
a
like,
lawyer, though. You
but it's
think
like-
he makes a little bit
Well,
of
no,
money.
but in
should
the
have
movie,
more
but
than-
in the
He makes a
movie,
little bit of
it's,
cash.
everything's pro bono in the movie. I mean, I think he's sort of
All
like
right,
a.
So let's get into recommending or not recommending.
I do. I'm surprised the director's cut still has a lot of bad things I don't like about it, but far better than the theatrical cut.
Comic book is way better, and I've never read the comic book.
And it's already.
And it's already way better.
If
So
I
you don't recommend it?
I don't recommend it. I can't.
if
I just couldn't.
if Ghost Rider
be fair.
is terrible, which is probably the worst comic book movie ever, Daredevil is right there
It's
with Catwoman. It's right there.
Catwoman is awful.
If you
It's right there.
if you
It's
like
right there.
emo lawyers, you'll love Daredevil.
Okay, on that note, 2 break. We're gonna come right back to wrap up the show with the question